the relations, the relatives can be identified because they will be frequent visitors. And similarly, the fees will not be charged on certain days like special occasions, like festivals, marriage, also when a funeral takes place.
Speaker sir, म्हाका एक problem आसा हाजेर तुमी परत you got to rethink on this because people keep on complaining. दुसरी गजाल आसा की थी ब्युटिफूल स्पॉट्स आसात, टुरिजम प्लेसीस आसात, मैनापी सावरी हे 365 डेज उदकाचे धबधबे आसात, वॉटरफॉल्स आसात आनी बाकीच्यो ज्यो गजाली आसात ताचे खातीर डेव्हलपमेंट तांकां एप्रोच रोड खूबशे टुरिस्ट थंय येतात. दीस इज अ टुरिस्टीक प्लेस. आतां ते वायल्ड लायफ सँच्युरी भितर बसला आसतना ताका वाट करून दिवपाक, रस्तो करपाक एक टार रोड किंवा एप्रोच रोड वो आमकां तुमी परमिशन दितले काय ना किंवा तुमी करून दिता काय कितें, हातून भितर कितें डेव्हलपमेंट तुमचो जाल्लो आसा. दुसरी गजाल आसा की म्हाका एक क्रॅश बॅरियर घालपा खातीर, कारण खुबश्यो व्हडल्यो व्हडल्यो धड आसात, गाडी जर मातशे भायर गेले जर जाय जाल्यार खूब व्हॅली भितर पडपाक शकता, 50-100 फूट वचपाक शकता. त्या खातीर क्रॅश बॅरियर घालपा खातीर एक फंड टुरिजम डिपार्टमेंटान माननीय मंत्र्यांनी आमकां दिल्लो आसा अबाउट 1 कोटीचे. एक क्रॅश बॅरियर घालपा खातीर आनी हे एप्रोच रोड करपा खातीर तुमची भूमिका कितें आसतली ताचेर?
Speaker sir, I am aware of some of these projects mentioned by the Honorable MLA, and after the assembly I think we can sit down and discuss what is possible and expedite the projects.
Madam, when you are
Speaker
calling
sir,
wildlife sanctuary,
on the answer given by the Forest Minister, I would like Minister to specify to this botanical garden there are 2 entrances. One is towards the main gate where you enter, where they charge the fees. One is over the dam. Whether there is a coordinated effort between the Forest Department and the WRD Resources Department to take the entry fees. This is what I want to ask, whether there is a coordinating department. Repeat the question. Honorable Minister I am asking Honorable Minister, there are 2 entrances to this botanical garden, sorry. One is towards the gate which your people sit, and one is towards the dam, from the dam side. Now, there are 2 roads and 2 different views. Whether entry towards that, you are collecting those fees, or you are collecting only the fees from the side which they enter?
Well, I don't, Speaker sir.
The fees, I'm talking about the fees.
Yes,
the fees,
I understood. I understood your question,
yeah.
But right now I don't have the specific details. But one second.
They don't charge, madam. They don't charge the other side, but they don't allow.
you may answer later.
Yeah, no. The Forest Corporation charges entry fees from both sides.
Yeah, but I will tell you why I asked you this question. Ma'am, what is happening that they sit, but those people do not all the time allow the people, because there are 2 entrances to the park. What you are saying is the entrance towards the main gate, there is always somebody there. But here, after a certain time, there are people who don't charge. So you kindly, with WRD people, kindly make provision to allow them to sit on both the sides, or if the contractor or your person who is collecting, see that they are available both the times, so that people don't have, because it's a very long roundabout. It's a very long roundabout, so you should not trouble the people. So kindly look into the matter.
Speaker sir, the suggestion is noted and the needful will be done.
Prashna Shri Vijay Sardesai.
Speaker sir, I may be permitted to ask star LAQ number 5B.
Answer as printed.
Speaker sir, the issue here is the Western Ghats, which is the hottest biodiversity hotspot. The concern is whether the government has any interest in the Western Ghats. In the answer, it has been given that the recommendations of the high-level working group on Western Ghats goes against the interest of the state on all points. This is the answer that has been given to me. Speaker sir, specifically I had asked a question about Gadgil report. There is no mention made to the Gadgil report. The Gadgil report suggests a democratic process. I spoke to Madhav Gadgil just before raising this issue, so that the Chief Minister does not find objection in my consultants or cast aspersions on my consultants, if any. So I spoke to him personally. Here, the Gadgil report has made specific observations with regard to the protecting the biodiversity of the Western Ghats. My first question to you is whether the government considers this democratic process suggested, or will the government go by the dictatorial method which Chief Minister endorsed yesterday?
Sir, I strongly object to his question. First of all, we have never said that you have to be dictatorial. What we are opposing is a dictatorial methodology used by the central government in declaring Western Ghats. We are in fact saying that Rangarajan report has to be placed, we are already in the process of doing that, with every stakeholder in the villages. Tu anga fatodya basun, they 70च्या लोकांचे उलोव नाका.
Question.
No, first I take strong objection. I take strong objection to his words.
Let him
I take strong objection to his words. I want, Speaker sir, the words to be removed. I want the words to be removed. He has used a very derogatory word.
Derogatory?
This is democracy.
What is derogatory?
He thinks
you are a
whatever he
dictator.
thinks.
You have said you have endorsed dictatorship yesterday.
Sir, the words have to be, you can give ruling, the words have to be removed. He is assuming, he is making allegation based on assumption.
Because sir, I want a clear answer from the minister about the article report and the specific supplementary.
His words are that his government going to go by dictatorial dictates of Chief Minister. I have strong objection there to them. I want your ruling on that. He cannot use this kind of words.
What is the word?
What is the word? You go and read your own word.
Because I know what I am
by
speaking.
the dictatorial attitude of Chief Minister.
No, you have made a reference to it yesterday. Let us not pass time here. Let us go to the main topic.
Speaker, sir, the state government is definitely concerned and committed to protecting the Western Ghats. And it is precisely for this reason that the state government had forwarded a proposal for declaring the Western Ghats of Goa as World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Further, Goa is the only state which has declared sanctuaries and national park all along its length from north to south, covering major parts of the Western Ghats.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to know what is the population staying in the Western Ghats?
Speaker, sir, I don't have this information right now, but I'll get back to the Honorable Leader.
What will happen to those people? The other day, Mr. Speaker, sir, I was stating here that a lot of wildlife is coming out. One lady was attacked by a wild boar just in the village of Karapur. Now, yeah, wild boar, how will find? Now, are you going to compensate these people or not?
Okay. Because sir, I am asking my second supplementary. Second supplementary is what?
Sir, हांवें एक विनंती केल्ली की तो शब्द जो वापरला हाणें की Chief Minister dictatorial attitude, that word cannot be here. This is a democracy. This is a house where temple of democracy, you can't make allegations without proper thinking about it.
Dictatorial शब्द असा तो काढून उडोवचो.
Speaker sir, my second supplementary is what is the work done by the Goa Biodiversity Board? Who are its members? Is decentralization of biodiversity also being sought? Are you looking at it?
The state has constituted the Goa Biodiversity Board, which is very vibrant and active, and ensuring the protection of the biodiversity of the state.
Who are the members? What does it do? Speaker sir, this Kasturi Ranjan report, Madhav Gadkar report, basically to protect the biodiversity of the Western Ghats.
Yes.
You have constituted a board. Who is it and what work do they do? This is my second supplementary.
Yes. Speaker sir, the Goa government established the Biodiversity Board in 2002. Its mandate is to conserve the biodiversity in the state and to ensure sustainable use of its components and fair and equitable sharing of benefits arising out of the biological resources. Presently, the the chairperson is the Minister for Forest and Environment, and then it has a committee of, I think, 12 different people.
We all met?
Yes, I think the board has, the Biodiversity Board has met around 8 to 10 times.
Because, my third supplementary. I've asked a question in my main question, which was about MOPA. MOPA comes in Perne Taluka, which is part of the Western Ghats. Now, I want to know that you have acquired around 80 lakh square meters of land there to construct an airport, which is, for which you are coming out with the tenders very soon. Now, what precautions and safeguards are you taking as an environment minister to protect the environment and biodiversity of this area, which comes within the Western Ghats as part of your biodiversity board?
Speaker, sir, the Professor Madhav Gadgil report, as well as the Dr. Kasturi Rangan report, do not mention MOPA airport at all, nor do they speak about the land required for the airport. However, if the Honorable MLA wants an answer to the question, he may ask a specific question.
I will ask it at demand. You please answer at that time.
I will.
Speaker, sir, on going to the answer of question 5B, the decision taken by our government is very appropriate. I remember when there was no government in the state and there was a presidential rule, without a democratic government, there were 2 wildlife sanctuaries which were declared. I will come to the question. They were declared. And Madai wildlife and Netravali wildlife. And thai lokang itla tras jata te amka khabar hai. Honorable Leader of Opposition is also aware. And the stand taken by this government is good. I only want, because some opposition is creating some stupidity, whether the government will stick to the stand taken by the government as of now will be taken fully, forcefully in the interest of the people of the state.
Speaker, sir.
Are you opposition?
Speaker, sir, the Dr. Kasturi Rangan report has not taken into consideration the land constraints of the state as well as the social needs of the people in the state. The state government is of the opinion that the report totally ignores the land constraints, and the government therefore has brought to the notice of MOEF that out of the total geographical area of 3,700 square kilometers, already an area of 1,250 square kilometers comes under forest cover, whether it is protected, reserved or private. An area of 70 square meters falls under coastal regulation zone. An area of 96.80 square kilometers comprises of water bodies. An area of 40% is under agriculture. And besides, there are other restrictions which include historical monuments, archaeological sites, Kazan lands, Kumbi Dags, etc. The state government, I repeat, is committed to protecting the environment and its land. However, it is also responsible to the people of the land. And therefore, the state government has pointed out various lacunae in the report and informed the MOEF that the recommendations contained in the report are not acceptable. And MOEF has accepted and given all the states involved an opportunity to carry out demarcation on ground reality. And the state government has asked for time right up to the 31st of January 2015 when the report will be, when the proposal will be placed before MOEF.